What's poppin' T Squad? It's your girl Keisha, and I'm here with the all new episode of Spill the Tea. It is Vlogmas day 19. 19. Okay, so let's get into this tea that I have to spill. In my first story, Donald Trump signs an executive order to make Christmas Eve a federal holiday. The executive order comes as a surprise to federal workers who usually work a half a day on Christmas Eve. The executive order reads, all executive departments and agencies at the federal government shall be closed and their employees excused from duty on Thursday, December 24th, 2020, the day before Christmas Day. Years before his decision, former President Barack Obama and Bill Clinton would only give half days to federal employees if Christmas fell on a Friday, as reported by the New York Post. So for any of my federal workers, this is good news for you guys. I don't understand why Christmas Eve was a working day. I feel like that should be a day where you're off. I feel like those should be 2 days where you get off, because nobody want to go to work and then come home, and then if you got little kids, you still might have Christmas presents to wrap, and then you got to cook dinner and get the house clean for guests the next day. Like, you want to be able to rest. You know what I'm saying? So I think that, first of all, I think that not even just for federal workers, I think just across the board, everybody should be off. And it should be a paid holiday for that and Christmas. That's just how I personally feel. And I think the same thing should go for New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, I feel like should be days where everybody is off. So Lil Baby helped throw George Floyd's daughter Gianna a pink themed party for her 7th birthday. The party was a LOL surprise dog themed party held at the Pink Hotel. It had a ton of balloons, a big sign that read her name, as well as food. Gianna's attendees were able to get their hair done, manicures, and even take advantage of a section that featured a foot spa. Lil Baby wasn't the only superstar in attendance. NBA legend Shaq also made an appearance as well for the birthday girl, and here are photos. That was very sweet of him to do that for this little girl. Very sweet. I hope that more people with means are able to, step in and continue to help this family, and that, this little girl and her mom are not forgotten. But that was very sweet. I especially love to hear stories like that from young rappers, because they don't really get shine for the positive things that they do. I don't know much about Lil Baby, but I know that I really, truly, honestly appreciate and applaud him for stepping up and doing something so thoughtful for that little girl. It'll be something that she'll never forget. So this story is really hard for me to talk about, because I too have been affected by this person. It was something that I never thought that I would talk about. Nothing that I ever thought would be brought to the light of day. But other women are coming out with their stories, so I feel like it's only right that I tell mine. So musician FKA Twigs is claiming that her ex-boyfriend, my ex as well, Shia LaBeouf, abused her multiple times during their year-long relationship and knowingly gave her a sexually transmitted disease. Shia came out with his response saying that majority of what she said wasn't true, but that he's sober now. He's going through a program, so he can't excuse his behavior for when he was abusing alcohol. Then the singer Sia came out and said that he involved her in she said that I too have been hurt emotionally by Shia, a pathological liar who conned me into an adulterous relationship. Oh my God. Like I said, this was not something that I wanted to discuss with you guys, but I was previously dating Shia LaBeouf, however you want to say his last name. We had a very contentious relationship. It was very toxic. I was in it 100%. Like, I really gave my all to him. He was a very troubled soul, but I went into it feeling like, if he just had, unconditional love, that maybe he would change, maybe he would soften up, maybe he wouldn't be so hardened, and, maybe some of his demons, would escape his chest. But in the end, I was the one that was wounded. I felt like I was a caged bird who could not sing. Tweet, tweet. It was just really hard on me. It was really hard on me. It really, really was, but I still love him. He never abused me. He never gave me anything, sexually transmitted. But there was a lot of lying. There was a lot of mental abuse. There was a lot of, adultery, cheating, verbal smackdowns per se. I just started to realize that he suffered from little man syndrome, and child star syndrome. And, it just became too much for me. The toxicity just, took my edges out, made me go bald. It's just really hard, you guys. It's so hard because I just really miss him, and I didn't think that things would end up this way between me and him. I gave the relationship my all, you guys. I really did. And I really hate that he's going through this right now. I'm crying real tears. You see the moisture? I just want him to get better. That's all. So, I'm really, sorry that he's going through this. I'm sorry for the ladies, but, I have to 100% side with FKA Twigs and Sia, because no woman should be humiliated and degraded and lied to in that way. So I'm just seeking justice for everyone involved. I've gotten my piece from the situation. I've moved on. I'm in a new relationship, but I just had to get that out there. It really cleansed my soul. I feel so much better now that we have spoken about that. But anywho, so on to my next story. So you all know from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, Mimi Faust was best friends with Ariane. Ariane, I forgot how you pronounce her name. She's no longer on the show anymore, but she says that she was abandoned by her friend Mimi. This is what Ariane had to say when she did an interview here recently.
Optimistic about Mimi when it comes to our friendship and what can be in the future. I try to stay open to that, but it takes two to tango. You get mad at me when I don't divulge or tell you when the is reversed. You want to half-ass tell me some. Listen, this lesbian world is no. The lesbian. I'm talking about the friendship world. Oh, okay. And I can't just be willing to be in a friendship by myself. But I am open. She's always been like my sister, and I don't even know why we stopped conversing. And I'm at a point in place in my life, like if I'm doing something, if I've done something wrong to somebody, or if there's something I need to talk about on my end, or what they made me feel like, I'm going to let them know. And that hasn't happened because the stopping happened on her end, not mine. I was abandoned by my friend that I don't understand why. Like, if I'd known why, I would have been like, oh, okay, yes, she's mad at me, and this is what happened. But no, I honestly do not know what happened. We've known each other. We've been in each other's lives way too long. I know so much. You know so much. It was a sisterhood. It shouldn't just have been like, I'm out, and I'm not going to tell you why. It should have never been that. It's heartbreaking. It was like a breakup. And I didn't know why. I'm like, what the did I do?
So I don't know if this is a storyline for Mimi, because they've been recently filming Love and Hip Hop, so it's kind of like funny that this is coming out right before the new season is about to air. So we shall see if this is going to be a part of Mimi's storyline, if this is some real life shit, and that their friendship isn't the same. I mean, I don't follow either one of them, but I have not seen them with each other in years. Maybe it's because Mimi is in her relationship with her girlfriend. Maybe she doesn't have time anymore, but that still doesn't excuse you just ghosting your best friend. You know, I remember at some point on the show, it was a storyline with them and their friendship and some stuff that was going on. So I don't know. Hopefully the girls will be able to make their way back to each other because I really did like their friendship with one another. So K Michelle claps back at trolls after they criticize her over Maeno's rant. She says that he never slept with her. So Maeno was on the Breakfast Club 4 years ago where the two talked about he did an interview with Uncle Murder on the Breakfast Club 4 years ago where the two talked about K Michelle. While Maeno didn't say much about the singer at the time, he didn't deny Murder's claims about the singer having issues down below. Not too long ago, Maeno also appeared on his own podcast called Kitchen Talk, where he brought up a scenario with the popular R&B singer he had a sexual encounter with, and he claims he smelled a foul odor. K Michelle has had enough. On top of calling the rapper out on Clubhouse, the reality star has also taken to our comment section. This is on Hollywood Unlocked. And said to set the record straight and to respond to a few trolls, letting them know that she is serious about filing a lawsuit against Maeno. One user commented, "It's been over a year now and you did nothing. Money running low." K Michelle replied, "He been doing it 3 years and just did it 2 weeks ago, idiot. What type of money am I supposed to get from someone who has none? I'm defending principle from truth." Another IG user says she mad because he told the truth that her cat stink. K Michelle simply replied, "He never slept with me, fool." Now, this is the video of when Maeno discussed this subject 4 years ago on the Breakfast Club.
Hey, Michelle. Oh! She got that stink. I call it the K Michelle. Why would you say that? I mean, sometimes I just speak what's on my mind. I said that a couple times already, though, bro. About 2 or 3 times. Yeah, you trying to figure out who. I know people that did certain things with her. Maeno, let me smell your finger. I'm just saying. I ain't gonna say who, but it's putting out a mixtape with. Oh my gosh. We need the promotion, man. K Michelle, you know what's so good about this? K Michelle goes on her promo run next week. That's perfect. Maeno picked up his phone. Let's box. I want to say shout out to our designers for those dope colors that we got.
So then this is what K Michelle recently said here on Clubhouse, I guess, or somewhere where she went off on a tangent about this whole entire situation.
What type of shit does that make just so you can get off on a mix? Not even an album, my nigga. A mixtape. You want to do this because of a mixtape. You know what I'm saying? I am taking you to court for defamation because you don't know me like that. We cool, but you know you did not sleep with me. You have no right to talk about anything with my vagina. And I want every little piece of nothing you got. Big Daddy and people like that, it has this to me. And like, even if
not every little piece of the nothing that you got. I'm weak. I mean, if I never slept with somebody and they were publicly blasting me saying that I, smelled and this and that for no reason, I've never done anything to this person, you're lying on me. Like, yeah, I would sue your ass too. So he better have receipts showing that he did sleep with her. And then anyway, like, you a grown ass man. What is the point of running around even having this be a topic of conversation? Like, what is the point? What are you gaining out of this? Like, absolutely nothing. So this very childish, like, get out of here with that. So, Twitter reacted this week to Tyrese recent Instagram post about sleeping in 90-degree temperature to stay COVID free. So he posted random shit I think of on flights. One of my secrets for staying COVID free is I sleep with the heat on 90 degrees every night. Been sleeping at this temperature for 15 years, so it's nothing new. But rumor has it if you catch COVID, it doesn't survive warm temperatures. And people are not loyal to you. They are loyal to what they want from you. Soon, I don't know where he just literally went from there to that. But I mean, that was proven to be false during the summer, where COVID cases rose in an astronomical amounts. So you fool! Like, what are you talking about? And I know his wife got to be pissed sleeping in 90-degree weather every night. Baby, baby, I would have filed for divorce immediately because ain't no motherfucking way. I don't even like the heat, first of all. It's winter time right now, and I have yet to turn my heat on. Cannot stand the heat. I'm the type of person who likes to sleep in the cold. I have the ceiling fan going on, central air going on, and a box fan. Like, I like to be cold. I like to be in the igloo. I cannot stand to be hot. So I don't even like the heat to be on 72. Let alone 90 degrees, motherfucker. Like, you gonna die. Like, I know you be sweating your ass off. Like, that is disgusting, bro. I would leave him immediately. So, this is the story you all have been wanting me to talk about. This Jamal Bryant addressing Monique Samuel's situation. I have yet to listen to this audio, watch the video, or anything. So, this will be the first time I'm hearing anything that Jamal had to say. So, let's play this and hear what the pastor got to say, child.
Monique, never shook her hand, never been in the room with her. And yet, she's assassinated my character, a man she's never met. Now, I've got to address this because on international television, I understand what the hostility was about, and why the redirect of attention was on me. The redirect of attention on me, you teamed up with your best friend, who rest in peace, has gone on to be with the Lord, and generated a story because you wanted to redirect because you thought a story was getting ready to break, that your baby is from your trainer. And that's what got your husband upset because he thought Giselle leaked it. And I want to tell you, Monique and Chris, it is not Giselle who leaked that, but Monique, your best friend Gigi. We had nothing to do with it. Became hostile and angry, and it was misdirected rage. It's misdirected rage because you live in a house with a man who has anger management, who doesn't mind expressing volatile behavior. And everything that I'm saying tonight is not conjecture. This is not murder. This is self-defense. And so on Sunday, for the first time in 5 years, I'm inviting my audience to watch the reunion, Housewives of Potomac, where you will see Monique's husband try to attack my wife, my ex-wife, and Robin. And security had to be called, and he had to be subdued. And I'm very concerned. Monique, you all have my phone number, as you expressed on the show, but I had you all's address. And because of grace, I didn't respond to that. Chris, you got to take care of CTE. Yeah. Some of your former teammates contacted me. They're concerned. Said, Jamal, please don't respond because CTE is a progressive degenerative disease from a history of trauma to the brain. And so just last week, you had an outbreak again of verbally assaulting a black woman in Safeway. You have the footage of that, but I'm not going to air that. But I'm asking you to please get help. I've tracked down your pastor, so all of what I'm saying is in love, so that your pastor can help you get the help that is needed and that is necessary. None of this really necessitated happening. I've not bothered any of you. I've not said anything disparaging against any of you. I've not attacked any of you. But I thought it was necessary.
Okay. A lot to digest there. First off, the whole situation with him saying that Monique had misplaced anger towards Giselle, and that she was wrong with thinking that Giselle was the one that outed this rumor that her son is supposed to be the traitor. She already knows that. She already knows that it was her best friend. That's not the problem. No, Giselle wasn't the initial bone carrier, but then she took that story and then tried to make a plan to expose her on the show, and she even mentioned it on the show. So that's that issue, first of all. I know people wanted me to go off on Jamal and this, and that. He's not at fault for responding to what was said about him. He has every right to defend himself. But my whole thing is, I just felt like it was done in poor taste. Like, you're a pastor, and so typically we hold pastors and people of clergy and all of that at a different standard. So what I just heard was very catty, very messy, very reality show-ish. I just expect more from somebody who runs a mega church and is supposed to be of a certain class and integrity. I just feel like, have your lawyer write a statement. That right there was very, I'm gonna check you, bitch. Even the part about you got my number, I got your address. So what you trying to say, you was gonna pull up? What the fuck? You, from what I've heard through other people and other people's videos, he never addressed that what Monique said was a lie. That what the girl that he was cheating on Giselle with said was a lie. Like, none of that was ever addressed. What else? The part about Chris having CTE, if it's true, of course he needs help. That is nothing to be played with. Once again, I just feel like everything was done in poor taste. I feel like, though, where he's saying that he did nothing to Monique and he never brought up her name. Okay, we get that, but you're collateral damage because of your sloppy ass ex-wife. You shouldn't have never participated in the show. Soon as you decided to be a part of the show, you became collateral damage. Point blank, every period. So even everything that you're saying about Chris, same thing to him. He's a part of the show. So if he does have CTE, if he has been acting violently, having violent, angry outbursts or whatever, then it can be outed. You know what I'm saying? But he has every right to defend himself. I can't be mad about it. I just think that the whole thing is just, quite frankly, tacky and very girly and very bitch made. I used to be a huge supporter of Jamal Bryant. He was the pastor that really got me into the word and, getting closer to God. But the things that I've seen from him over the past few years has really turned me off of him. Like, I no longer even support his ministry anymore. He's not even that person that I go to for a good word, because I just can't personally trust somebody and put my faith in someone who is a liar, who is a manipulator, who is a cheater. I just can't get behind somebody like that. And nobody's perfect. But when you blatantly do the same thing over and over again, you don't care. You just don't care. And the fact that you want to live this playboy nigga lifestyle, you want to be out here in the streets fucking and sucking and having babies out of wedlock, but then you want to condemn homosexuality and this and that. Like, I just cannot get with you, girlfriend. So have several. I can't wait to see what Monique and them have to say about this. But and then I think it was in poor taste of him bringing up the young vlogger who just passed away that was friends with Monique. I just feel like that was just it just put a bad taste in my mouth, like, especially from somebody, like I said, that is a man of faith. Like, to even throw shade at a dead person, like, wow. Okay, let me know what y'all think about this situation, though. So Snoop Dogg recently sat down with Jalisa Bermudez and she asked him what he thought about Cardi B's song WAP. And this is what Snoop Dogg had to say.
WAP.
Oh my God. Slow down. Like, slow down. Slow
Okay.
down. And let's have some imagination. Let's have some, some privacy, some intimacy, where he wants to find out as opposed to you telling him. To me, it's like it's too fashionable. When that is secrecy, that should be a woman's. That's like your pride and possession. That's your jewel of now. That's what you should hold on to. That should be a possession that no one gets to know about until they know about it.
So I would imagine you have conversations like this with your daughter.
But my daughter is from a different era, though. She's from this era, so she may be doing the WAP, you know what I'm saying, a part of the WAP, but I can't be mad at her because it's her generation, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like, the things that I would rather see, because I'm an older man. Now, when I was young, 21, 22, I may have been with the movement. I probably would have been on a remix. But as an older man, it's like, I love it that they're expressing themselves and they doing their thing. I just don't want it that fashionable to where young girls feel like they can express themselves like that without even knowing that is a jewel that they hold on to until the right person comes around.
Oh, they don't say power of the P for nothing now.
The message is cute. I can see where he was trying to go with it. It just came from the wrong person's mouth because it's like, nigga, what? With the music that you have put out in the past, in the present, and whatever, and probably in the future, you don't even get to have a conversation about that song. Let's remind you that it's a song. She didn't just physically show us her pussy. Like, it's a song. Second of all, I don't want to hear shit come out of no nigga mouth that about what a woman should do with her body and this and that. Especially from somebody like Snoop Dogg who has directed porn, performed at the Pornhub Awards and this and that, cheat on his wife, and then you want to talk about you don't want young girls to be influenced by that song when you out here fucking somebody that's literally your children's age. Child, like, boy, get somewhere and sit down. Like, niggas like do the most. So, the little girl that he been fucking with, Selena Powell, added his wife, Shantae, and said, I took this bitch nigga and she took him right the fuck back. Damn, my bad, stingy ass bitch. Literally added that, his wife. Literally. And then outed you, did a whole video about you, and you still fucking with the little girl that's old enough to be your daughter, sir. With your old nasty ass. I don't understand why Shantae just ain't divorced your ass. Y'all not living in the same house with each other. Like, take that nigga for whatever the fuck he got and keep it the fuck moving, girl. So TMZ asked Offset what he thought about the comment, and this is what Offset said.
What's your reaction to Snoop saying Cardi should slow down when discussing her privates?
Who said that?
Snoop Dogg.
I love Snoop, man. She grown. I don't get in female business, so I'm gonna just stay at that. Like, I hate when men do that.
Yeah.
I don't do that. I don't care if a girl would have said something bad about me. You know what I'm saying? I just don't get in female business. I'm grown. I'm from the South, though. So maybe the rules and the laws is different. And then, like, you know what I'm saying? It's entertainment. You know what I'm saying? That's the number one record. So anybody can say what they want to do and say what they want to say. It's 6-time platinum in 3-4 months. It's the number one record. And it wasn't that bad because we're number one.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? As rappers, we talk about the same shit.
Yeah, right.
So it's like,
we should be able to talk about our WAPs if we want.
especially for woman empowerment, it's too, especially for men can't speak on women. They're too powerful, first off. And it's a lot of woman empowerment. Like, don't shoot it down. We never had this many artists as female artists running this shit. They catching up to us. Like,
passing us and set records. And, you know what I'm saying? That's two women on one record. That's a very successful record. I really fuck with Snoop, like, on a personal level. You know what I'm saying? So I could personally call him and be like, Snoop, come on now. I don't want to seem like I'm dissing that shit. Snoop, that's my boy. But at the same time, I say all men should stay out of women business. Because that's women business. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna have no win. Your comments probably looking crazy from just saying stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Stay out of women business. Women strong right now. You should uplift our women and don't say what they can and can't do. You know how long women been told they can't do something or they shouldn't do this or been blackballed out of entertainment and just in the whole world. So I stay out of female stuff. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I got kids too. But at the same time.
Very well said, Offsetrin. I've never seen him speak more eloquently. I agree with everything that he had to say, and he did it in a very respectful way, even though he could have went there because the man, low-key disrespected his wife. But I love the way he handled it, and I love his response. Go ahead on, Offsetrin. All right, little buddy. So, remember a few episodes back, I did the story on when Monique did the interview and was asked about her previous sexual partners, and she said that Shaquille O'Neal was the best that she ever had. Well, apparently, Shaquille O'Neal got word about the interview, and he wasn't too pleased. This is what Monique said happened after that interview.
That's what her. That non-jolly guy. You know what's crazy? I was spoken to him forever, but he texted me during the class. Because I think what happened was a lot of his hookers, current hookers, his harem, was upset. Okay. And he tried to prove, like, that it's like. That was easy. I asked you if you had sex with her. You said, so Shaq's dick is not that big. No, I didn't say anything. Okay, right. We're not saying that. No, I didn't say anything. Somebody that we talked to said to kill yourself. No, I said Shaq texted me and told me to kill myself. Shaq. Now, what do you have him listed as? Okay, so first.
Child. She didn't even say nothing bad about you. All the things I've said about you now, you would tell me to go kill myself, but she wasn't even disrespectful. She actually bigged your big ass up, you big nigga. Because ain't no way in hell I would tell anybody I fucked your big, sweaty, Oompa Loompa, fucking whale looking ass. Like, ew, you look like something that turned up on a beach. Boy, bye. But that's what you get for fucking Shaq. So Real Housewives of Atlanta newcomer Drew Sidora told a story on Candy's YouTube show about when her weight was commented on when she auditioned for a project. And you'll be surprised at who was the one who commented on her weight. Here's what she had to say.
And I started just losing weight, TV and film adds a good 15 pounds. So, like, and I have gone in for roles, and I have been told, like, girl, you don't look like you looked in TLC. What you look? And I'm like, well, can I say it? Why this is speak on it? So I was up for an ABC Family series, the Nicki Minaj pilot. Okay. And Nicki herself said that. She said, I don't look how I looked when I played T-Boss. And I was like, man. And it was like all these ABC execs around, but I had gone through about 5 night homes. And she really, really liked me. She saw you in person? Yeah, this was in person. And she said that in front of all of these execs. And here's what it is. I was like, look, I just had a baby. My baby in the car at the time, I think my baby was like 3 months old. I was literally still breastfeeding. But I did take it, what I took away was, girl, get your life together, get back in the gym. We can't keep blaming it on the baby, right, and get to work. So, and outside of just losing weight. And
she handled it very well. She was, because you got to be careful what you say in Hollywood, because motherfuckers will have your ass blackballed. But I love the way she told the story. But then spun it around to make it seem like, okay, I took her criticism and I did something about it. But at the end of the day, for a woman to say that to another woman, especially in a room full of people, like, why would you do that to somebody? Even if she did look differently than what she looked in the movie or whatever, you just don't say that to nobody. Like, that's rude as fuck. I frankly hate it when you go over your people's house for the holidays, and we've all gone through this. You go over your family house and the grandmama or auntie, girl, you look like you done gained weight. I hate when people do that to people. Like, the fuck, bitch, you fat too. The fuck is wrong with you? Like, I don't like that shit. And just outing somebody like that, like, that's just fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like, because if she would have clapped back and said, your nose looks very much longer than it does in photos, you pelican brief looking ass bitch, then she would have been wrong. You just don't say certain things like that to people, especially about their weight. Because, weight is very subjective and people feel, a lot of different ways about that. Like that could have triggered something to her. Like, you just don't do no shit like that to people. And hopefully she gets it now that she's a new mother. So Monique opened up about the rules to her open marriage and what it was the point of it. And she clarified a lot of things. So this is what she had to say.
I said with other women. Let me explain it. Okay. When we first got together, Jesse, I married my best friend. Right. I married my partner. I married the man that I called up when I was cheating on my other husbands. Jesse, okay, don't judge me. Because it was he's been my best friend since I was 14 years old. Right. So when we first got married, I wasn't marrying my husband. I was marrying my best friend. I was marrying my partner. And no, we wasn't in love. What I was marrying was protection. And I needed somebody I could trust. And I needed somebody that I knew that loved me for real. So when we first got together, I said, listen, because in my mind at the time, I'm the boss. Yeah. My ego this big, baby. Yeah. I'm Nikki Parker. All over the world, Jesse. Okay. Amazing. So when we first got together, because it was my best friend, I didn't know how to lie to him. I didn't know how to play him. So I said, listen, check this out. There's still a cat that I want to keep seeing. I enjoy his company. It ain't nothing serious. But, from time to time, I like to see him. It was like, yo, you my best friend. That's not going to stop us from loving each other. Yeah. But I want you to understand something. If you can see other dudes, I can see other women. I said, no, that's not the plan. I'm famous and not you. That comes with being famous. Now, that's initially how it started. That's initially how it started, that we could be with other people if we so, that wasn't our deal breaker, if we so choose. Right. Once time went on and we fell in love and we became like, wow, we married to each other? This is beautiful. Now, let me be clear.
And that's the end of the audio that I have. But it seemed like she was about to continue on and say that was what transpired in the beginning of the relationship and that they are in a monogamous relationship now. If that's not what she said, let me know down below in the comment section. But, I applaud her for living in their truth. Every relationship isn't supposed to mirror what everybody else relationship looks like. Growing up, we had the standard of you got married, you didn't have sex before marriage, you got married, you got the house, the dog, the kids or whatever, and the wife stays at home, the man goes to work, and the wife had to be subservient. Things have changed now. I feel like you need to make your marriage look like what works best for you. Don't try to model your relationship after your mother's or your best friends, because how they do stuff might not work for you. Probably won't work for you. You have to do things that suit you and your mate's personality and your do's, your don'ts, your red flags, your triggers, all of those things. You have to do what works best for you. So shout out to them that they were able to go from that to where they are now. But hopefully things have cleared up, because people are like, y'all in an open marriage, you can't tell nobody nothing or whatever. Even if they still were in open marriage, I don't frankly give a fuck. Would it work for me? No. But if it works for them, great. But obviously it seems like that's no longer a part of their relationship. So Pepa from Salt and Pepper is suing her doctor who botched her butt. So if you have not seen, Pepper a few years ago got her booty done. And this is her before photo. As you can see, she was very narrow, no hips. Nothing. This is the after photo. Wow. You see how it's sticking out on the side? Like she looked like an alien. She looked like she's shaped like an ant. And then here is a photo of her in a bikini. Oh my God. Look at it. This is from her own page, as you can see. This is not Photoshop. This is from her page. They fucked her up. Fucked her up. But first of all, people need to realize when they go and get their hips done and their ass done, if you got itty bitty legs and then you trying to round out some hips and think it's gonna flow into them skinny legs, it ain't gonna look right, girl. You got to go to Kylie them doctor. You got to go to the same doctor Kylie went to, because Kylie was shaped like a beanpole and she got her shit rounded out real nice. Kylie got a full body makeover, bitch. But yeah, she needs to sue because that shit looks horrible. She looked like her name should be Beetle Bailey. God damn. So in my next story, remember last week we discussed the very disturbing audio of Brandy, the former Love and Hip Hop Hollywood star, having an altercation with her husband, Max Lux. Well, literally a few days after Spill the Tea last week, she announced that she is pregnant with baby number 3. So she really ain't leaving and she really ain't going nowhere. And to think that all of that was going on in their household, not only with 2 kids screaming and hollering in the background, but you pregnant with another one, about to bring another one into that situation. Lord bless them. And in my last and final story for today, in another ain't shit nigga story, this one doesn't affect me like the Shia one, but I felt like it was necessary that it be spoken upon. So another one of my exes, recently just had another child, and he had the nerve to be petty and tag me in the photo to hurt me, but he failed because I've moved on, as you all know. My ex, Dave the East, recently just added another daughter to his loving family with his baby mama. Here he is with his daughter and their new baby girl, Kobe. Cute family. I didn't understand why he felt the need to tag me in the photo. I felt like that was a bit petty. You would think for somebody who has had another baby with the bitch he left me for, that he wouldn't be so pressed and trying to hurt me and trying to be so, catty with me. Like, you would think that he would be over there happy, unbothered, not fazed, not thinking about me, but a bitch stays on his mind. He feeling some type of way that I've moved on. He thought after me and Party broke up that I was gonna come running back to him, and he thought motherfucking wrong, bitch. New hair, new me. What's good? I'm just sick of niggas. I really honestly am so sick of these niggas coming for my neck. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wished him nothing but the best. I don't call this man. I don't text him. I don't ride past his house. I don't ask about him. I don't do none of that. Like, I just want him to leave me the fuck alone. Like, go be a father. Go take care of your daughters. Go be with your old name having ass baby mama. How you gonna leave a bitch like me for a bitch named Millie? Millie, bitch. Millie. That's what hurt me the most. Millie. Okay. Anywho, congratulations to him. So happy he brought in another healthy baby girl. Good for you, bitch. But leave me the fuck alone. I'm gonna have to block this nigga from all social media at this point, because I'm low-key starting to feel harassed. It's taking me back to me and Shia, and it's making me feel some type of way. I don't want to go there with him, but if he forces my hand, I will have to defend myself. So that is all for Spill the Tea today. I thank you guys so much for tuning in. Make sure to thumbs up this video, like and subscribe, and hit the notification bell button. Make sure you support my nostalgic tea story videos, my top 10 videos throughout the week. I love you guys, and I have some more special videos coming for you guys to wrap up Vlogmas. So be on the lookout. Love you. Bye.